Hi, I'm John Force, 16-time funny car champ. When you put them inside that 10,000 horsepower, fire belching out car, them little eyes in there in that helmet are the same eyes at 30 as when they were 5. I'm 16-time funny car NHRA champion. I drive for Peak antifreeze coolant and motor oil, and I've been doing this 100 years. I've been on fire from here to Australia. Okay, I've done it all, and I'm still doing it. I'm 69 years old. People ask me why. The car does the running for me. It protects me, and it makes me look good, and some days I make it look bad.
I ran out of gas. Sorry, guys.
You know, we started in funny cars for the last 40-something years. I come out of high school in 1967. I had fuel haulers, I had a lot of different types of cars. But when I went pro was 1974, when I went down under to Australia. And I was hooked. I was driving a truck at that time and raising a family, but I got hooked on it and I came back and I've been doing it ever since. But I really love the cheer of the crowd, like in football. I love the fans and the way they react. If you're in the grandstands with mom and dad, the grandstands will shake underneath you. And then nighttime qualifying is the best because of just the nitro fire, the header fire out of the pipes, smoke in the tires. At the end of the day, to watch it live, the greatest show on earth. The first big race, it's funny, it went to Montreal, and that was my first win. But at that time, our TV was only in the States, it didn't go to Canada. So here you rehearse your whole life to give this great interview, and you get there, and I always joked there was 2 drunken Canadians trying to get a photograph of me. But later there were interviews and stuff, and fans had taken pictures of the race. But that was a point of your life that you think you may never win, you know, and then you win. So it was starting to happen, and then in 1990 I won my first championship. Without sponsors like Peak, you don't race. And to have facilities like this, we do car shows, so we bring in the fans. We give the sponsors more than just a race car at the racetrack in front of the fans. We give them everything.
Even after 45 years, John still loves every inch of racing. But working out on the road for 10 months every year is hard on his family.
I always said NHRA took my kids away from me because I went on the road and I was gone. And my wife, in the beginning, she mixed nitro, backed the car up, wrote my first contract to Wendy's. They sent it back, said, we're gonna take him, but somebody make this make sense. Education was always very important to my wife. So when the kids started school, she had to stay home and run that part of it. Of course, summer vacations are out here. Close races like Vegas and Pomona and Sonoma, they're always there, and they always come to Indy. So at the end of the day, NHRA gave my kids back because now they're racing, I get to be with them.
See, that burnout was for you. Did you see it? Anybody see that burnout? I think I ran out of gas.
Well, Robert Height, my son-in-law, is president of John Force Racing, but he also drives the Auto Club Chevrolet. And then there's Courtney, drives the Advanced Auto Parts car. She's been in the seat for a couple of years now, big star, and right now she's got a shot at the title. Then there's Brittany in Top Fuel, drives for Monster Energy. She won the championship last year. Right down in the last weekend of the season at Pomona, the World Final, she won the race and got the title. Robert Height won the title the same weekend.
Yeah!
I've won 16. I've won 20 as an owner. I don't even talk about it. I want to win again. That's where I'm going. And I've signed a lifetime contract with Peak. So I'm going to be out here a while, and I love doing it. As long as I can do the job, go down a racetrack, react to the Christmas tree, and do my job, I'm going to stay driving this car. Who knows where the future is going to go, but we are a racing family. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that think that I forced my kids to race. The truth is, I didn't really want them to race. I didn't want to put them out here because I told them, what you see on TV, making money, winning a race, being a hero, being in the winner's circle, is a little piece of living on the road. We'll film here all day. We'll test for the next 2 days. We'll do shows tonight at Kroger downtown. Then I'm on a plane to Atlanta for Peak to do a big show there. And then I'm back to Grand Rapids. Robert's going somewhere with Auto Club. Courtney's going somewhere. You got to live it and love it. And if you don't like it, if fans stress you, this ain't the place to be. Because the fans live with us. I mean, I see generations of, oh, look, here's a picture of you holding me. Oh, really? No, that was my dad you were holding. And now I'd like to get you a picture of you holding my son. That's 3 generations. And I get to be part of that. It's the greatest show on earth, and I love the circus, and I miss it.
That's the way it really works.
Well, you got to live all day with hospitality, 200 or more of sponsors bringing in their customers. You've got to entertain them and stay on your toes. And even if you're having a bad day, you want them to have a good day. So you have to put on the face, put on the clown nose, and go in and do the act. And it's an all-day program. And then you got the fans screaming at the ropes. You got to go out and take care of them. Then you got to go jump in the car. But you got to find your mindset. You got to turn off that switch when you get in that car, because you can't take that problem with you. The body has to react at 300 miles an hour. In less than 4 seconds, you can't even think that fast. And it's reaction of it. And most racers do. You know, the up-and-comings are learning it. You have to always be happy. Even when you get beat, you got to go right in there and do an interview because it's TV time, it's exposure. You got to put on your game face.
I didn't win, Robert did.
For as long as I can remember, when I was driving truck, I was in a coffee shop telling some story about what I was going to be a great racer someday just to get a free cup of coffee or a free lunch. And that is how I've evolved. A lot of racers get mad at me. Oh, he doesn't take it serious. Oh, yes, I do. I've won more than anybody in this sport, and I'm going to keep winning, and I'm going to build my team so I can win for my sponsors.
It's an adrenaline-pumping sport, and reaching speeds of over 300 miles per hour, drag racing is nothing short of an intense reality. John Force had to overcome a horrific crash that threatened not only his racing career, but his life.
The monster is out there, and when it jumps up in the front seat with you, when it's a ball of fire and a clutch comes through your cockpit where you're at, you're living right on the edge. Most walk away, but a few don't. When I crashed in Dallas, broke my left foot, broke my right knee, broke my left hand. I was a mess. But I was right back in training 2 months over the winter because you do what you got to do. You got to get back on the horse. You can't let fear control you. Once it does, you're dead. Do what you love doing. Don't do it because of money. Don't do it because you want to be famous. Do it because you love it. And somewhere along the road, you'll figure out how to make a living. But that is, have a passion for something. Or you are, because after doing it for 20 years, you'll wonder, how did I end up here? I'm here 45 years later, and I'm still like, thank God, I'm still here. Do it because you love it.
Let's go.